asked the group how you're wired when things get hard. And I think Jackie Young kind of told me exactly how she's wired when things get hard. Just a really great all around effort. She gave us great minutes I mean, you could go down the line. I thought everybody, after, that first quarter, we struggled a little bit offensively, kind of buckled in and we started playing some defense. And then we know we're at our best when we're playing defense.
How do you feel about coaching?
I mean, I'm very proud of them. They've worked really hard individually. You know, KP and Jackie have an opportunity to do something nobody in the history of the game's been able to do, which is a 3-on-3 gold medal, possibly a 5-on-5 gold medal. And we'll see if we win a championship on top of that. So, I mean, the sky's really the limit for them, as a group. And, Asia's been ridiculous all year. KP, we're dealing with some different things internally, but we're responding appropriately.
All right, we'll go to questions from Zoom. Kevin?
Coach Kevin Wamble, Fuel Sports Network. Congratulations on the bounce back win. Chelsea Gray was listed as questionable today. Could we see her season debut in any upcoming games?
I'd say it's around the corner.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, Terrell?
Becky, we already know what Alicia Clark brings to this group. I believe 5 of her 7 points came in the final 2/12 of this game. Can you talk about just kind of her ability to kind of stick her nose right in the game and kind of make that possible game-changing play when you guys need it most?
I mean, she's invaluable to this team. I mean, in a variety of ways. She makes us really versatile. She gives us a really great small ball 4. So we're really able to spread the court, which gives Asia space, it gives Jackie space, it gives KP, it gives everybody space. And then if you don't pay attention to her, that corner 3 was huge, right in front of our bench. So look, we know, I mean, she's been on big teams multiple years, a lot of years, on championship teams. She's not afraid of big moments. She likes big moments. She likes guarding the best player. I mean, there's a lot of little things that she really takes pride in that help you win a basketball game.
Before we go to Nick Hyas, I do have a question that was texted into me. Just Sydney, can you talk a little bit about the interview you brought in the second quarter, and then Becky and or Jackie? Could you comment on that as well?
I could talk about big energy.
No, I mean, just being ready when my number is called. That's it. Like us understanding that those first 10 games of the season, like that really wasn't us. Even in some of the wins, it wasn't us. And so we knew that we needed to get back to a certain style of play. And like Coach said, we just started off rough in the first quarter. So I just knew when I got in, try to help make something happen defensively. We did a good job of just swinging the ball to the open people. I happened to hit some shots, and Jackie was on a heater, like Coach says. And yeah, it made it really easy. It's nice when we're able to play on our defense and you got somebody knocking down shots like that and we're moving it. It was just a good feel.
I mean, who doesn't love Sydney Colson? She's a woman of the people. Her energy, no, she stirs it up for us defensively. So on nights when, I wasn't particularly fond of our defense the first quarter, she comes in and starts mixing things up. Obviously knocking down shots. We got a lot of people that can shoot the ball. So, but it is a skill set to stay ready and knock down shots, because her numbers have been, or her minutes, not her numbers, but her minutes have been sporadic. I mean, the other day I didn't throw her until like almost fourth quarter. So she's a consummate professional. We know that. I know I can throw her in the first 3 minutes or the last 3 minutes or anything in between. And I pretty much know what I'm going to get.
Go to Nick Hyas and then to Matthew.
Hi, Coach. A couple of quick ones about the offense, if that's okay. There were a lot of flashes to the middle of the floor for Asia. In this game, was that a live read from her? Or was that something that you were emphasizing coming into this one?
We just, we wanted her in space and she just picked her times. There wasn't anything that I felt like, oh, duck in now. I mean, she was just making reads on when she saw space, when she saw her defense in the same line as her, and when she could get around and show the guards her numbers. So, I said it in the locker room. What did she have, 32 or something like that? And I didn't hardly call a play for her. And so that's really understanding when to pick your spots. She was huge in screening for Jack and getting our guards loose a little bit. And, at the end of the day, she's elite. It doesn't matter. You put 5s on her, 1s on her, like, you're going to have to bring people because she's just too much one-on-one.
Got you. And then quickly, it felt like you got a lot out of your stagger setup tonight and hand bats coming off of that. What about that setup put so much strain on Phoenix's defense?
I just think mixing it up, you show them one look, they guard it one way, and then you figure they're going to make a little adjustment and you run it and you get a different look, so just that succession. I talked to them a lot about just, option 1, option 2, option 3. And then if this option happens, running it back and getting something else out of the same look. It's hard. But at the end of the day, they're just making reads. So we run it one way and then just read the defense after that, because they're going to make a little adjustment and maybe tweak it a little bit. So we got into a little bit of that, especially in the second half with some of our sets, and they ran it beautifully. It didn't matter if, Jack was coming off, KP or Tiff was coming off. They were just making reads and playing with each other.
Thank you.
Matthew and then Jordan.
Hi, all. Congrats on the win. Jackie, I was wondering if you felt like to start this year, you've been having to find that balance between being a scorer and creating for your teammates, because you haven't had to do that in the past. And if tonight you sort of realized in going into that second quarter, okay, tonight I had to be a scorer and not, only be, try to balance them and go more scoring heavy.
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely a different role for me. The ball's in my hands a lot more, so just trying to make the right decision, make the right reads. Whether that's me scoring, get my teammates involved, just really trying to make the right play. Coach talks a lot about good to great, so really just going out there trying to make the right play. And today, I just got hot for a little bit, and so yeah, I was just feeling it, and I got a couple open looks.
Jordan and Rashi.
Hey, ladies. First, I want to say congrats on making it to the USA team, Jackie. And then I just have 2 quick ones. I know that today it looked like you were 100%, but physically, how are you feeling? And then also, did you anticipate on having a game like this tonight?
I think she said B. I would say so.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if coach says so, but no, I mean, I still my win isn't where it was, but that's how it is, whenever you're sick. So just trying to come back, get your win back, get your legs back. I feel good. I like to be at 100%, never tired, so being a little bit tired is kind of weird for me. So just trying to figure that out. But, in the past few games, I just talked to coach, when I first came back, I did not have it. So I was I need a sub, so just trying to be smart, push through when I need to push through, and then just taking a break whenever I need to also.
So this was your time.
I mean,
Honestly, I mean, if I could jump in on her behalf, in Seattle, she wasn't herself. And I basically made her stay home from LA because her legs. And so when you're working back, I mean, the fatigue factor is real, the lungs, everything. And so it was nice for her. And the thing is her workload is so much more now. I mean, you talk about balancing act between scoring and distributing. She's going to walk that line. Even when Chelsea comes back, she's going to have to walk that line because I need all of it from her. I need the rebounding, the points, the distributing, the defense. I really put a ton of responsibility on her. And she's ready. She's ready, as you can see.
Thank you.
And last but not least, Rafi.
This is Rafi with Nothing But That Sports Talk. I got a question for Coach. From the 24-7 run in the second quarter to the way the Aces closed out the Phoenix Mercury in the fourth quarter, like, what are your overall impressions about the way the Aces stepped up to get this victory going into a very important game against the New York Liberty?
I think learning how to close games, you know, the last couple games, actually, we forfeited leads. And I think that ability to just kind of stop the bleeding. I mean, they made a pretty good run at us there. And we were able to withstand the hit and then even, you know, deliver one back. So that's the growth and maturity of a really great team. Because no one's going to lay down and just let you take it. You got to expect a big punch, especially with the kind of shooting and inside presence they have with BG. I mean, it's a handful. You're scrambling all around the 3-point line, and then you got BG, who's bigger than hell in there. Like, just, it's a lot. So it gives them a different look. So, you know, we definitely have some things we know we can still improve on. But we're starting to see little glimpses of what we can be this year.
Good luck next game.
Thank you.
Thank you.